Welcome to the Swamp, the giant that the head ball coach awakened, one that thrived in urban renewal, and now one where only the Gators get out alive. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's see this one out. The Buckeyes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. No reason to risk trying to field that one. As it skips through the end zone, it'll be a touchback. Here comes the offense on first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Jets sweep to the receiver. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
They'll try it over the left side. Low man wins, and he just smashed him. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down the distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
They're going to ride this running back. Still on his feet at the 45. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And the boys of old Florida are getting it done on the ground.
And you've seen times in history in Florida where they don't care about the Spurrier. Just throw it. Yeah, Jesse, throw it again. Just chuck it around. But I like when they commit to the ground game, have some success, create some offense.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And the Gators will have it 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and it really shows how much you're going to be the rest of the season. Are you going to finish strong the first part of the season? Now getting to the middle of the season, getting a chance to show what you're about to finish.
It's a resume building, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think goes a long way. And who wins this?
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. The run to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play and wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense. When you get that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing ball. Got it stopped. Now forcing the fourth down.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On fourth down, going to the air.
It's a hit, man.
Oh, no. Score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
Wow, that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. Defense rolls up, keeping its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll run it up the middle here. To the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gator.
How about the start from this offense? What a true down conversion they got. They put a bunch of plays together. Really good defense out in the end. Punched it in for 6.
Yeah.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out there.
I don't know yet.
This crowd full throats.
I don't know yet.
Drums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of bounce, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going to hit the ball.
He's looking for a man on second down. He makes the connection. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. You reach this portion of the season in games like this, top 5 showdown can really energize you, not to mention helping your playoff positioning down the road. Yes, you can make these big state games. In the middle of the season, you kind of get in the lull, you kind of get used to playing in the new world off a little bit. You got a top matchup, something to prove, you bring that extra juice.
You're right. You can play well in this game. You can ride that momentum down the stretch in November when those games really start to matter. But this is a big one right here. Lots of implications on the line.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
They didn't miss all the spaces.
Pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Hand off from the shotgun. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. As they unpack the pile, it's part of Ohio State's DNA to have a lethal running game.
And this is a trend, Reese. We can go back as long as you want to go back, and we can go back a couple years to J.K. Dobbins, and we can go all the way back to Eddie George. They always find great running backs at Ohio State.
Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. They're setting up the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. This guy makes it look easy, just like a lot of recent Ohio State quarterbacks have.
Now, you can set your watch by these guys. I mean, whether it's C.J. Stroud, Justin Fields, I mean, we can keep going back year after year. They always got a really good signal caller that you can really depend on to make big plays.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure.
Oh, my God.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
defense will always try to get some tips. You know, break on the football, get a tip, get it up in the air. Nice job by the player breaking on the football, forcing the invitation.
Out of the shotgun on third down. He's going to run it. Keeps it himself and gets the first. And this sophomore quarterback learning when to use his legs to move the chains.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Headed to the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run to score. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you've played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football, because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Give to the back.
Right.
And some room to work. Hit the afterburners.
Yeah.
Running inside the 20. And the defense couldn't corral him, and they took it all the way. Touchdown, Florida.
Yeah, coming
I was going to get to the morning. I told you that.
You say top 10 offense.
I told them I'm going to get to the morning.
Be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
You say what's okay? Okay. Love you.
The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. To the ground with the back. Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
He's back to throw on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one.
And there you see the arm talent by the quarterback. Throwing a curl route into zone coverage, you've got to get the ball there quickly. And you saw the cannon this QB has.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with a 15-yard pickup. The Buckeyes are rolling down the field. He's looking to throw it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Really nice pressure by the defense, getting in there quickly, getting a hit on the quarterback, making the quarterback make a quick decision, and he makes the wrong decision. He throws into double coverage, but that's really because of the pressure in his face and the physical hit on his body.
On second down, wants to throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lincoln. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
It's important on offense in the passing game. You got to have balance, and I mean you got to be able to attack different thirds of the field. You got to work the perimeter to both sides. You got to let the defense know too that you're not afraid to go over the middle. They did right there.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Trying to get in the end zone again. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he made the extra point without problem. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
He's piled up 112 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Mr. Two-Bits would be proud. The Gators standing up and hollering for a first down.
How does that cheer go?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt and the striped tie and go 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1, all for the Gators. Stand up and holler. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. The give to the left side. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
You want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stopped so short of the marker.
Say what?
I said, hi, gorgeous.
I said, what are you doing?
I didn't hear you, nothing. I'm playing the game, but nothing
Now
to say.
that's lower intestinal fortitude. 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Try to get it on the ground. Tackle is made after the first down. That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball, too. You could see there right after the 3rd down play, looking at his sideline, saying, give me the ball. I want to go get this. I'm going to make a play for my team. And it comes through big time.
So you picking up?
Tackle.
Okay. And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And he has a solid game before the defense bottles him up.
Sometimes as an offense, you like run plays, and you like running it right into the teeth of the blitz. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat on a hat, and they were able to crease that defense.
It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. They want to throw it. Get it out on the screen.
Come on, bro. You got to break the fuck down.
Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Gator.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half,
Great
man,
move by the
you
front
want to
side.
take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, Davis, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Looking to throw on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Cook. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Got it set up on the outside. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And that went nowhere fast. And first down is a good time to run a screen, try to catch them being a little bit aggressive and maybe thinking about a little bit of run and making people attack and run downhill. But the screen pass did not fool anybody. Nice discipline by the defense.
He wants to pass it on second down. Fires to the middle. Tight end getting vertical. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Ohio State. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, tight ends do so much for your offense. They block like crazy. You pull them, you use them all over the place. And when you got a guy that can do this, it's just the cherry on top of the sundae, making big plays, going half the field plus to get the big touchdown.
And he puts through the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it in style with a 57-yard toss for 6. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
And the quarterback is snowed under. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He fires a bullet to the right.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Blasted as he lets it go. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Picked off. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
3rd and Africa is extremely difficult. When I know it's a passing situation, I get to rush the passer and pin my ears back. I get to put more DBs on the field to drop back and really play pass coverage. You can tell the offense was trying to force it, trying to get that 1st down, makes the big mistake.
To the air on 1st down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Looking for more room. And he's dragged down. That's how we'll close out the 1st half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Gators will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get to the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And it's just simple. Simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Takes a shot.
Oh my God, bro, what the fuck?
Takes it the other way. The 30. Running inside the 20. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Florida. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, and then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick six.
And these guys can play offense, too. Look at
Wow,
this.
this
I show you, I
pass
can
can
be a
be
wide receiver.
hit,
Coach
well.
might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
On second down, he'll fire. Throws to the wideout. Working on the right. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. One of the great programs in the history of the sport, sort of built on the running game, but these days, Ohio State defined by explosive pass plays.
Yeah, and you can call yourself whatever you want. A lot of people claim different things like wide receiver U, but when you look at Ohio State, the past several years, going back 10 years probably, you could pick so many big names of guys who have been superstars, not only at the college level, but also at the NFL level.
Running to the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So he gets stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now on this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat-and-mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
Fires to the wideout.
Bro, what the fuck, bro? You can't get no ball.
Interception.
Hey,
His third of the night. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Running back searching for a hole. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And the entire playbook is wide open on second and short like this. Right back to the well. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
So far, everything's just seemed to work for this offense when they've wanted to run the football. Regardless of what down and distance it is, they're able to get it done. Up front, getting a lot of push, and these backs are finding the holes.
They're going to test the right side with this one. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over $100 on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
After the last run, would you just give it to him again on third down? The give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
If you're the defense, you know that running back is the guy you've now got to stop. He's had a lot of touches in this game. Yes, he's made a lot of plays, but you've got a chance to win here. If you're going to do that, you need to take him away.
This offense is aggressive on fourth down. 2 for 3 so far today, and they're still on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man, and they come
on, T.
They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick.
And they get the sack right out of the gate. The Gators moving quickly to the line. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Wants to throw on second down. He lobs one high down the left side. And the pass is incomplete, and there's a flag down, and no big secret why. That receiver was being mauled by the defender. And the Gators are flying down the field. Here's the handoff. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beat you.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. This is a long fourth down try, but the offense stays on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Wide receiver shows motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for a huge play.
Oh, you gotta throw it over there, man.
Taking it the other way. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve his field position.
Taking your what?
2 drives, 2 INTs. I don't know who the backup quarterback is, but I might start thinking about doing something. Goodness gracious, keep turning the football over. Can't do it. Can't put your defense in a bad spot. Time after.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Gator! They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. defense set on first down. They'll start this drive with a pass. Fires to the big fella. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
He's got it down the middle. He's there to make the stop, and the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
And on the heels of that last big play now, you'd love to keep the momentum going and score quick. How about staying aggressive? Try to throw this thing into the end zone. You need to get the ball back, and you need to save as much time as you can.
Catch in the middle, it's Vasquez. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
They've got the weapons to stay aggressive. You just made a big play. Let's see if we can take a shot here into the end zone, score, and try to save as much time on the clock as we can.
Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense starts with a 1st and 5 after the penalty. Looking to throw it again. Wide open downfield. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And the Buckeyes will hustle to the line. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sides and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? You can just feel that right now. It just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some win. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back and keep that momentum going.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure there on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
They bring it. Going to lose a yard on that one.
All right, so I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced a 3rd down. How aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a 1st down, I can run this clock almost out. This defense has to make a choice, but this offense, how aggressive do you want to be?
They not only have to deal with this defense, but the noise from this crowd on 3rd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
They're getting this guy lathered up. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
They're testing the right side.
Oh, I'm about to say, ain't no way you ain't going to call that holding.
A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now third down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep leading the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Quarterback will audible. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Getting some heat. Hit as he throws. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The Gators send out the punt unit. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they're going to play.
The boys went to the house, and now he upstairs. Yes, yes.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field.
You know, they did say a
They'll come out on this
drive.
drive and let it rip. Snagged in the middle. It's Lincoln. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
And you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
You just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too, because of what you just said, David. They can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make a play.
He will step out of bounds, but not before a big pickup and a first down for this offense.
It's money time, and my quarterback's
6
got to
evening.
come through, and boy, does he ever. It wasn't with his arm this time, but with his legs. You don't account for his legs? Look at this. Scramble around, get outside the pocket, make something happen, and make the heads-up play to stop the clock by stepping out of bounds.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
They'll go right back to the run. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup.
The Spider game? We practice tomorrow.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right
we'll see that.
Control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough for this running back to get into space.
I mean, I didn't know that they have been covered without me.
Brought down just outside.
If I do go.
He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. He wants to throw. Firing to the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming.
Oh, the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to meet a contested catch on the back end.
Oh, what the fuck? You said, my baby.
Because of the hit.
Man, this late in the game, it's go time. I got to have
another party. What kind of party?
We know what's coming. We practice this all week. It's second down, complete pass, go to third down. We need to go for a fourth down. This offense just has to keep that high energy up and try to run these plays fast.
They were really starting to put a drive together.
For real?
A couple of incompletions. Now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down, stops the clock, and has them on the move, trying to get the late score.
And how about the quarterback coming up big late in this ball game? You've got to have him. Nothing open, takes off scrambles, does it himself, and makes the heads-up play to get out of bounds.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. Lets it go to the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Trying to... And he's loose, and he'll Take it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And great execution. That is how it's done in a football game.
I guess which one's for Devin? I want
that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game. We might be looking at overtime soon.
And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. They marched 79 yards on the drive and won a huge score and extra point there to get it tied in the final minute.
I guess we can do some. Yeah, $1 last night.
And here's the return.
The heavy or something like that.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line.
What are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. Me and the kids, whoever.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Now adjusting.
What's happening Thursday?
He'll turn it loose out to the right. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the fourth quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. It's like forcing an incompletion against that guy? That's incredible.
And back to the air on second down. Going back to the well, another deep ball.
Say, am I?
The final play of regulation, and now we head to overtime.
If you ain't talking to see like when he was if he was coming out there this weekend or whatever. And I was telling him like, you know, maybe I wanted him to take the boys longer than that 1 week. And he had said something about Thursday. I'm like,
they've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
How about getting that big play on the ground here in OT? Great job up front by the offense. It's a long, hard-fought, physical game. And these guys look like they could play for at least another couple of quarters.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Touchdown, Florida! And they're on top here in overtime.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
Yeah.
So I see something else. I was just stuck there.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. He'll start this drive firing. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on 1st down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time,
why you don't like me? What I do?
right behind him, did a great job throwing the screen. Almost
You said what?
this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense.
What do you mean with that? You wasn't here for Mother's Day.
If you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
The Buckeyes get enough.
You said what?
1st down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get
that's
that
not an
first
excuse.
down.
That's
They
just a
dial up
fact.
the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Now the crowd responding in the red zone, trying to help this defense. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down.
Well, you know what? I ain't gonna give it to
How
you.
loud
Right.
is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Floating away. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back to the 16. The pocket broke down and the the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush. It's just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
Wow. Very nice.
Just the thing to the drive and he's trying to think. Like, I would have been decent about it.
No, I didn't.
On third down, going up top. Big grab. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They got the score now to see if they go for the win or the tie. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? You see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is a guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Why are you waiting? See, why are you waiting? So they go again, see.
Here in the second overtime, they'll snap it on first down. Comes out throwing on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. On the run, it's Cook. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal.
That's what I'm saying. Because, so, truth be told, those checks are still dead. I never went home to jail.
From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out. Flipping through the defense. The tackle is made, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 6.
And that's a really good example of the quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play.
I think you got to know
they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
This thing has been back and forth now. 1st and goal as they try to take the lead in overtime number 2. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy because you give up yards. In this day and age, you don't give up yards. Who cares? This is the area you got to blow up. Nice job on 1st down, stop them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Now 2nd and goal and right in the teeth of this noise.
Understands the process, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So, that's not like you said, you prayed, said God, thank you for the mercy. And you prayed and said thank you for that, wasn't the wrong way to get stability.
He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes to throw into your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on the
They've got a little work to do here on 3rd and goal in overtime.
So really, for Saturday, what we can do, probably smoking and screaming to both of our applications and see if they want us to run. They don't want us to run.
But I think my shit's still open though, so I don't know if I can't do it.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal.
Throw the ball!
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back into 16.
And come on now, O-line. You got to take care of your quarterback. He takes care of you. He's the one who takes you to meals. He's the one to get you those NIL deals. Everything happens to the quarterback. You got to keep him upright. That is your number one priority.
Oh.
So I used to be mad at you.
Yeah.
No, look at things like that. I used to be mad at you. I used to be mad at you for the communication that you needed. So I said,
Down by 3, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's first down.
That's what I was mad at. But I understand.
Touch pass on the line. And I think he'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They'll be like,
There you go.
Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. The give to the back. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
Oscar. What?
Huge 3rd down here. A field goal will send us to another overtime, but a touchdown would win it.
You said what happened?
Running to the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense. So you got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
And then she got a hell of a lot of hair. So I started running behind. So when I had called my
So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal drive. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. The offense will use a timeout with a critical down coming in overtime.
I told you I didn't want to do it today.
You said you didn't.
No, I need to go in the booth and readjust because my time for stuff is not long enough.
What you mean?
Like example today, I had 3 plays today.
The biggest play of the game so far. Going for it on 4th down in overtime. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment.
When I first come in,
On 4th down, looking to pass.
Get
The game winner. What a finish in double overtime with the touchdown.
How about this offense coming out and executing so great, knowing what they needed? They were on defense first. They did exactly what they needed to do. Come out, they couldn't throw touchdowns. End the football game right now. Nice execution by the offense.
And that play right there, Dan, really encapsulates, I think, the identity of this team. They're going to fight and scratch and claw to the very end to get it done. Great job executing here late in the game to get the win.
That's going to do it for us from here for Jesse Palmer. David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
You said what you mean they want mini twists?
You said, what do I mean by they want mini twists?
I say, what do you mean by they don't want mini twists?
They do be like they don't be wanting 2 trim twists, they be wanting mini twists. So like they be wanting small ass parts and shit like that. That is not a 2 opportunities.
Right.
And then like my first client, I was like, this client texted me and she a new client.
You talking about earlier?